They say love makes the world go round, but how often do we hear about loving ourselves? In a world that constantly pushes us to give and sacrifice, have we forgotten the most important relationship of all, the one we have with ourselves? Today, let's explore why being in love with yourself isn't selfish, it's essential. Picture this. A young woman named Ria spends her days caring for everyone around her. Her family, friends, and colleagues all depend on her. But behind her warm smiles, she feels exhausted, invisible, and unloved. One day, she looks in the mirror and realizes she's been pouring from an empty cup. How can she truly love others when she's forgotten how to love herself? Does this story sound familiar? Maybe it's your story too. Society teaches us that loving ourselves is selfish, but is it? Or is it the foundation for everything else? Why loving yourself matters. You set the standard for how others treat you. When you love yourself, you show others how you deserve to be treated. Self-respect and self-worth radiate from within, and people mirror that back to you. You can't pour from an empty cup. Loving others requires energy, patience, and compassion. If you're constantly drained, you have nothing left to give. Self-love replenishes your soul. You become your best self. When you prioritize your well-being, you unlock your potential. A confident, fulfilled version of you is a gift to everyone around you. What does self-love look like? Acceptance. Loving yourself doesn't mean thinking you're perfect. It means accepting your flaws and imperfections as part of what makes you uniquely you. Boundaries. Saying no is an act of love. Protect your energy and prioritize what truly matters to you. Care. Self-love is in the small acts. Eating nourishing food, getting enough sleep, and speaking kindly to yourself. Why being selfish is sometimes necessary. The word selfish has a bad reputation, but let's redefine it. Being selfish doesn't mean you're harming others. It means you're honoring your needs and refusing to compromise your well-being for the sake of others' approval. When you're selfish enough to love yourself first, you're actually better equipped to love others genuinely. Think about it. How can you offer someone else warmth if your own fire has gone out? How to start loving yourself. Talk to yourself like a friend. Replace negative self-talk with words of kindness and encouragement. Celebrate your wins. No matter how small, every achievement is worth acknowledging. Prioritize your joy. Spend time doing what makes you happy, whether it's painting, dancing, or simply reading a book. Let go of guilt. Loving yourself isn't selfish. It's the first step to building a healthier, more balanced life. A thought to reflect on. Can you imagine loving someone deeply, unconditionally, flaws and all? Now imagine directing that same love toward yourself. Why is it so easy to love others but so hard to love ourselves? Isn't it time we changed that? Conclusion. Being in love with yourself isn't arrogance, it's survival. It's the foundation for every relationship in your life. When you love yourself, you're kinder, stronger, and more authentic. You attract love because you embody it. So today, take a moment to look in the mirror. Smile. Thank yourself for being you, and remember, the most important relationship you'll ever have is the one with yourself. Fall in love with you, because if you can't love yourself, how can you truly love others? Call to action. What's one thing you'll do today to show yourself love? Share it in the comments, and let's inspire each other to build a world where self-love isn't selfish, it's celebrated.